Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be checking out the newest episode of The Ghost in the Shell. I've been enjoying the hell out of this series. It's a little bit sad that we're already nearing the end. I believe we have 4 episodes left, including this one. And then technically I believe there's 2 other sequel series in the manga. One that came out I think closer to the end of the manga, and then one that came out I think a couple years ago or something like that. So I'm very interested to know if they ever decide to adapt those as well, or if we're just getting the first manga. But other than that, I don't waste any more time and hop right into this episode. If you are new to my channel, this is more of a watch along than a straight up reaction. So if you'd like the audio and or full video, you can sync up with your own copy of the episode. If not, you can see it blurred behind me and read the subtitles below me to follow along. I'll just give us a countdown. Okay, 3, 2, 1, start. Should we go? Headphone in. I'm really intrigued to see where we pick up with this episode. I've really enjoyed last week's episode. Um, I feel like that was a really good look into the Major's character as well. Hate the rain. And envelops my ghost directly. Gets her in the soul. Oh, she's back with the blue hair. I was wondering if that would be for the rest of the season or not. Organs for cyborgs. Uh, that's ominous. Did the robot itself make it happen? Magneti's searching for it. Attack bear. Not yours. Oh, yeah, right around here. I wonder what exactly. If it was the robot itself, trying to escape. Oh, God. Or if it's under control from someone. Damn. She didn't make it very far. Bye bye, Clay. Title of this episode. Interesting. Well, we're either going to find it really quick, or I wonder if potentially that worker would try and hide the body. Um, because he did essentially, from his perspective, probably just kill that person. But yeah, I really wonder if it was the robot itself, creating itself and then escaping, similar to something like if you've watched the MCU version of Age of Ultron. Like Ultron kind of creates his own bodies and things like that. Um, or it could be because we've had kind of a bigger plot in the background constantly ongoing throughout this show of robots going out of control and then being used and everything. So it could top fall in line with that as well. Oh, that's the right there in the opening is the robot that just was introduced, or cyborg, I guess. I really enjoy this opening. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's just very pleasing both visually and the song. I mean, it's King Gnu or Gnu or however you pronounce it. Oh, it's this dude. That's the gross barrier. Maybe it isn't that dude. I thought it was the um guy we fought in the first episode just because of the nose. Do a dive. Your things. Interesting. There's like an artificial ghost as well. Interesting. Back to the gills with medical device. Insider. That's a good way to put it. And assembled. Let's rule out theft. Yeah, I assume it's much more important or just stealing something. Barrier maze. So I assume a dive is we're going inside of her like head or mind. That makes most sense to me. I like that voice actor. Head of Foreign Ministry. Section 6. Thus. Yeah, I'm with you, Major. God. There's a term for it. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like cyber um like cyborg or like technologically like gory. There's a term for it. I don't remember what it's called. That was cool. The most unique hacker. Oh, this is tying into our plot line. Okay, okay. Interesting. So there is no more physical body for him. I didn't have a body in this room by choice. Cannot define life. I think I talked about this earlier in the season as well. I don't really know what is like a ghost, the soul. Potential to die with this. Arose spontaneously in a sea of information. Oh, someone invisible. I can immediately notice those footprints when she was looking there. I was like, what is going on? I thought maybe it was going to be the major for a second. Do not think so. Well, fuck. I knew it was going too easy when we immediately captured it at the beginning of the episode. Oh, was that her in there? Almost immediately. Put pop matter into a body. Section 9. She immediately noticed the type of camo it was. That's actually fun because earlier in the season we went over the fact that there is different types of optical camo as well. That's a cool way to tie that back around. Oh, I see what happened with the invisibility as well, I think. I thought he was hot wiring a car. Hmm. Oh god. Don't show me that. Is bro gonna get taken out? Head strategy. Egg. Ooh, that's a fancy fucking. I forget what that type of vehicle is called. VTOL? That might be wrong. Yeah, exactly how I thought it would work. The jets spin so they can works as like almost a helicopter and a plane mixed together a bit. Oh, fucking Bato. I mean, he did stop them. They just blow up the fucking. Oh, they did. Fuck. program's still there. I was close. We almost lost all information there. Fast, stable memory field. Lost access. Oh. My speech function. 2,501. Increase points. Is this what was causing the robots to go out of control? I'm aware of my existence. Body. Automatically. Ooh, the art right there. The mix of outlines and just those colors were so cool. In a special mode again. Randomize it. Oh, yeah, the fading in from, like, the black outlines to full body is so cool. Oh, simplifying. Okay, tethered. Ooh, the art. Or an infant. Like, 2 different. Dude, the visuals and everything mixed alongside this is so cool. Rock, paper. Oh, she's damn. That shot of the recording, because they said record all this is really cool. That is safe. Have contact. Dude, the visuals for this are incredible. Rebuilding. Magnetism. All of just like the images. Past my barrier. Like an out of body experience right now. Vacuum with virtual particles. That includes myself. Servient. A higher substructure. I think this show might end the same way the movie does, where she becomes like almost like a godlike entity accessing everything. Oh, it's the end of this episode. Fuck. But yeah, that's very much what it's reminding me of. That whole sequence. It was more in line with the Pupper Master, like fully going into it, and the Major still has like a resistance. They're not fully going into it yet. But that is what that sequence reminded me of a lot, was if you've ever seen the movie, kind of how it ends. And I've been wondering if that is something that came from the manga at all, or if that was movie original. I don't remember the exact parameters of what caused that in the movie because it's been quite a few years since I've seen it, but do generally remember how it ends. God, I loved this episode. This might have been one of my favorite episodes of the show so far. Um, Incredible visuals. This show, if you haven't got it already, I've talked about it a few times, is very dense with information, and a lot of it you can't fully grasp all of it until you get information in the future, and it just gives you a lot of like concepts and like words that you kind of have to piece together what they mean yourself. I wonder in the manga because I've heard that there's like in between some like chapters or pages or stuff. There's like just straight up like explanations of stuff or like a lot of information presented. So I wonder if it's easier to understand in the manga at all, or if it's. I imagine it's about the same ish. Intermission, brain drain one. Oh, so it looks like episode 8 will be one like half a story and then a part one of something. So I wonder if Brain Drain will be the final 2 episodes as well, or if it'll be just episode 9 and then episode 10 will be its own standalone story. I could see either one playing out. Uh, Man, this episode was fantastic though. I've loved the visuals and art this entire show, but that sequence of Major diving into the Puppet Master was so fucking cool. Oh, why the fuck is Batman Cape Kirsude? Come on, I need to fix my autoplay. But the visuals and like it's like pink, blue is what they were using like for whenever the Major like fully formed or the Puppet Master was like you actually saw a good look at him. That color choice is really good. It really pops. And this sequence at the tree with like the like almost energy beam going up and then seeing like the two different versions of them. Oh, it's so fucking cool. I In more recent years I've been getting more and more into sci-fi and actually the first Ghost in the Shell thing was one of the I guess other than maybe like when I was younger I used to very much into Star Wars for a while. So that was where I got a lot of it from. But like in anime form, I generally don't like go to sci-fi that often until I watched the first Ghost in the Shell, like the movie, and I was always more open to it. And this is like that's scratching that same inch, similar to almost like Cyberpunk. 'Cause it's very much that like kind of aesthetic and kind of. I don't think the first Cyberpunk series, but it's one that very much popularized the genre. Um, like Ghost in the Shell, like the movie has influence in like fucking so many different ways, and like I'm pretty sure it was one of the um like references for some of the stuff in the Matrix as well, if I remember right. I am also glad that because I've talked about in a few episodes how this is very much more an episodic show, but they do have like a bigger plot going on that just was a little bit harder to understand on the first watch, I would say. But now, especially, I feel like going back and like all of the different bits of information and everything was really built together to not only build up this world itself, but the story arc of essentially the Puppet Master. And even like this sequence with the camo in one of the like earlier episodes, they brought up that there is different types of camo and how it works and stuff. And even that came back around and helped us identify the them essentially taking the puppet master. So that was really cool. So and as far as I got, the major was here invisible. Um she put trackers on them, but I think also the chief like falling and dodging the bullets, I'm pretty sure that was her protecting him. I think she like pushed him or something. Um, there was a dialogue line that made it seem like that. It looks like we're gonna have a little bit of conflict still. I'm very interested to know how we pick up next episode and um how the major maybe changes or evolves from this moment and this because this is like a I wouldn't say like life altering thing, but like this is gives you a very different perspective on the world and like we've talked about a little bit and like even this episode brought it up. They don't really know the full details of what life is, how the ghosts really work. There is a lot of like unknown and so cool. Like realistically, there's a large part of this dialogue that I cannot lie, I don't fully understand, but when you piece together everything, you kind of get like a general like vibe of what is going on and um there is like stuff like this cast aside all constraints and shift to a higher substructure, which is very much like more getting rid of like the body and like the restraints of being like a cyborg or like a artificial life. But also that sequence of her like crying and like her coming down almost like a god, which very much reminds me of how the end of the movie work ends. But like, I cannot get over how fucking cool these visuals were. More than anything, that was probably my favorite part of the episode. There was a lot of cool like, um, ideas and concepts introduced in this episode, but just the visuals are so fucking incredible. Nothing more than a superficial. shell. Yeah, and she's like almost like an outer body like experience. Like she was like looking down at the car and like everything when she got out. There's also quite a bit of it happens every episode, but this show there's quite a lot of like little subtle moments that are so funny. Um and the character expressions and all that every single episode have been such a joy to watch. I've kind of been talking about that less and less just because it's been there since episode one and it hasn't like gone away at all. So I don't really need to praise it every single episode, but it is something I very much enjoy. And just like the character designs and like artistic choices in this episode, especially were extra good. The design for this robot, or cyborg body was so cool. And a fun concept of like how we started this episode with the mystery of like the robot essentially seemingly building itself and then escaping and then tying back into the puppet master. Just some great stuff in this episode. And I think we've seen most of what's in the opening now. I don't want to break down it too much because they're actually I feel like every episode I notice something in the opening that I kind of missed last time. But I think we got like everything because I think this section with where it shows like the puppet master's body. Uh Oh, also this scene, I hope it doesn't mean anything. Like it could just be a little bit more characterization for him and everything. Seeing Togasa's family, I think is his name. But seeing that sequence has me worried that he might get before the series is over. Like the fact that it's his anniversary, he's missing it could just be about that and like him working a bunch and things like that, and just like to show more character and development for him. But it is worrisome that they showed that because that is, like, some straight up death flag type of shit. Just I don't think there even, like, quote, unquote, like, slower moments of this episode had me so like, this show, more than anything, I think one of the biggest praises, it gets me so, like, engaged and invested with the entire episode. Um, I think sometimes I'm a little bit more quiet in this reaction than maybe some other ones just because I feel like I have to really absorb everything that they're telling me, but it's so engaging and like the characters are super fun and the world is so fascinating. And I feel like we're at the point now since we're maybe wrapping up in the season. There's still a lot of the comedy aspects and everything, but it seems like it's a little bit more serious now than it was in some of the other moments. So this last section of the anime slash manga, I'm very excited because we got 3 episodes left, so 3 more weeks of the Ghost in the Shell. And then if anyone would like me to check the because I've only seen like I think a couple episodes or like years and years ago of the standalone complex. If you guys would like me to watch that or check out any other series like this that are maybe older, feel free to leave a suggestion in the comments and potentially might get to it. I am watching quite a bit of shows at the moment, so it might be a little bit until I get to it. But after I'm done this, and a couple weeks here, I'll probably also do a stream or a video about deciding what shows I'm going to be watching next anime season. It will depend how what's all airing next season, but I kind of want to cut down on some newer shows and like seasonal stuff and start doing some older shows that like I've always wanted to watch that I've been putting off for like decades at this point in some cases. Um, and it gives me an excuse to go back to a lot of older shows because I do love seasonal anime and watching it with you guys, but there is a joy to be able to just like binge watch a show and um like watch a show that is like fully complete already and not just one season. And I feel like that would make for good reactions as well. But other than that, that's kind of all my thoughts on this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Other than that, I'll catch you guys all later and peace.